Hello everyone, my name is Wandile Tembu and I am from South Africa. This is my first time ever making a YouTube video based on Miss Universe. And so if you do see this video, please consider subscribing and becoming a part of this amazing community. Let's be friends, let's connect. I look forward to making a lot more pageant friends, so yeah. But in this video, I just want to speak about Miss Universe. I want to unpack about Miss Universe 2020. So overall, I think Miss Universe as a production was really great. I really enjoyed the preliminary competition and also really enjoyed the lead up to the competition. So upon arrival, when the girls were just doing activities and each and every one of them were getting an opportunity to shine and they're just letting us know who they are in terms of their own personality traits was just so incredibly refreshing for me. I really connected a few of the contestants, and some of them are actually my close friends. But yeah, aside from that, I just really the glare of the sun, guys. But some of them are just too incredible to deny, and so I was able to build incredible connections to most of them and have them as people that I consider as my friends. And so without further ado, I'd just like to unpack Miss Universe 2020. So starting from finals night, I think we got a lot of surprises in seeing Latin American contestants swiftly moving past within the competition, as many as they were, and yeah, they basically formed the majority of the top 21, which was, to me, I think every girl that competes at Miss Universe is of course deserving and an incredible title holder from their own country. And so yeah, I had no problems per se with them making it, but I wanted them to make it on, an equitable and fair basis, and this is why I even had to take, a moment to gather my thoughts around that. I wanted them to earn their spots, and this is why perhaps I maybe favor the continental divisions and the continental picks, because it allowed European countries to also, place in Miss Universe and cement themselves under IMG. It's no secret that one European country has won, and so for me it was quite disappointing to see that two European countries held the baton for the continent, and it was just incredibly underwhelming to see no European representation aside from Great Britain and France, and overall no African representation. Out of the four girls, I think Cameroon or South Africa could have easily been chosen. I think in terms of them being packaged, they were two of the most outstanding in terms of performances and probably even at interviews. So not even seeing a sense of African representation making it through to the finals of the show, it was quite sad for me to witness. I was actually really heartbroken for especially Natasha Uber, because I am South Africa, and apart from her being obviously like my countryman, I think my expectations of the show were very different than what they actually lived up to. So the entire production of the show. Um, so yes, seeing majority Latin American community or girls making it was an obvious tell that Miss Universe for me wanted a Latin American winner, because even the show in its production was very Latin, from the colors to the judges majority based within the Americas, and the performances and the singers. So I really got that sense that they were angling for a Latin American singer. So I mean, a Latin American winner. So when certain girls or countries did not make it, like South Africa, like Canada, like Nepal, like Romania, like Iceland, Venezuela, girls who are incredible at speech, who were incredibly prepared, girls who I personally also had a vested interest on because I saw that they were competitive as not only as individuals but as candidates representing their country. I think it was incredibly shocking and surprising for the majority of the world to witness that such incredible girls were stopped from actually advancing into top 21, and I think I have no words to actually fully express my disappointment in that sense, that girls who invested so much of their time and so much of their efforts towards preparing into the competition actually did not make the cut. Going into top 21, seeing countries like Philippines be cut out and Indonesia, going into top 10, seeing Thailand and Jamaica being cut out, and especially Puerto Rico, because these girls were not only outstanding in competition, but they also have value and substance to offer the competition as well. And so I'm not taking away from the girls that actually placed or made it into top five. I don't think they're the reason to blame, but I have to put into question, Miss Universe's moral compass and, their stride to, have a sense of representation within the competition itself, because they pride themselves so much on being equitable and having so much strong representation stemming from across the globe, and this is why we even have this competition. But to not see that representation carried through within the competition was quite sad for me to witness. It was sad for me to witness majority of Asia be left out of the competition, likewise with Africa and Europe. It was sad for me to witness no African girl whatsoever make it into, as a finalist, because Africa does have a strong interest in pageantry. We may not be Miss Universe strong in terms of delegation, but we do watch Miss Universe, and it is always nice to have at least one girl from the continent to represent us all, because this is how we as individuals are able to feel seen. And so, coming from a year in which Zozibini won, and to not even see one African make it into a finalist spot was really just so disheartening and sad to see, especially for the sake of representation, because not even only that, but the girls from Africa themselves were really just top notch in my opinion. Like Cameroon, as I stated, like Natasha, witnessing Natasha as her countryman as well in terms of preparing for Miss Universe and knowing the type of effort that she delivered, and having her not make a top 21, spot was really just so disheartening. Um, I know that we may not even receive the answers that we may want to get as Africans or South Africans, and even as you know people stemming from other countries like the Philippines and Indonesia and Vietnam and Thailand, because these girls were also stopped early on within the competition. It just left a lot of confusion for me, and I'm sure it did for you too. So going into top five, I think was really interesting to have India as the only non-Latin American girl represent sort of like the rest of the world as it was. I think she's an incredible person, but I also think space should have been given to other contestants to fully show and display their preparation. Girls like Puerto Rico, who were incredibly, sound of thought and could fully articulate themselves, did not make it to, the top five, and for certain reasons or the other. But to see an incredibly underwhelming top five as we did this year, especially coming from the years 2018 and 2019, where even then the numbers seemed really even in terms of representation, was quite disheartening and sad to see that the agenda of Miss Universe, the organization, really did want someone from a Latin American country, but at all costs. So at the cost of the other girls and their preparation and their journey to Miss Universe. And just moving forward, I just really liked Miss Universe to be clear in its agenda with the countries and its people, because so many countries, have a vested interest in Miss Universe, and so many countries also have you know, a financial investment within Miss Universe, and for them not to place or for them to be stopped early on in the competition, especially when other countries, say like the Philippines and Vietnam, have such large audiences, and South Africa also having a large African audience. It was really sad. It was really sad. And so these are the things that we would like Miss Universe to pay attention to within the future, because representation does matter, and that's what we were preaching throughout the rest of 2019 and 2020. And Latin American representation matters too, but it should be fair and it should not be given. And that's what I mean by that. Um, I think we all thought Miss Peru was gonna win the competition, but even with her solid answers. I think Mexico's answers just really won her heart. So I just want to take this time to also congratulate Andrea Meza. She did not decide to be the winner, but because of the organization loving her, we would like to congratulate her for her term as Miss Universe. We hope that she is inspiring and she is the necessary representation that we need for this year moving forward. But in the future, just a bit more equitability in terms of how the competition is run, a little bit more diversity than having a set concentration emanating from one country. Um, Removing the opening statement round was really a ploy to get girls who really aren't chatter likened, but girls who are, great in swimsuits to advance. So that's just sad for me to see, because if Miss Universe is truly a platform of empowerment, especially for women, and then I don't think then large amounts of women should come from a specific region only. We have incredible women stemming from around the world that do come to compete at that competition. So yes, please make the competition worth competing for and the title worth earning, because what we saw this year was truly disheartening. And I think the winner is amazing, but I think she's also received so much, unwarranted public attention and just fans being mean to her because of how the institution carried itself this year. There's so many institutional ills that went on that so many of us as fans witnessed, honestly, play in front of our eyes. And so this is something that Miss Universe is to take cognizance of. We are aware that the organization is a business and that it does have, a mandate to fulfill, but it shouldn't really come at the expense of other girls who are equally worthy and who are prepared. I think moving forward, Miss Universe should strive to actively be inclusive, to have girls stemming from all parts of the globe actually make it into finalist spots, because so many of us can see ourselves in these girls, and when they don't, it's really disheartening for us to see and watch. So for me specifically, I was really happy to see Jeanette, because not only was she standing for Miss Universe Great Britain, but she is also South African by nationality, and so that was a bit of representation I felt. But not seeing my own countrymen make it, and knowing that she is deserving, and knowing that she might have possibly been stopped because she possibly was gonna win or was going to back, was really disheartening. I think if Miss Universe didn't want her to back, they could have made her still place because she was deserving, but stopped her early on in the tracks. But this is not even about my own country. This is about so many other countries, like I've mentioned Canada and Nepal, who were also just immaculate throughout the competition, who really, in my eyes, did no wrong. And Miss Universe, please just fix yourself as an organization. Please just get it together for us as the fans, because so many of us are losing interest. And it's a plea. It's a plea. This is a cry for help. I'm not speaking for everyone in the entire globe, but I think this opinion is widely shared in consensus. So moving forward into the years, be clear with your political agenda from the start, and not actually, blindside us the way that we were in, the show that happened on Sunday. Yeah, we love the organization, but we cannot stand by the organization when the organization is unjust and it is unfair and it is unequitable. So yeah, to everyone else who enjoyed this video and agree with these opinions, please state your own and how you feel, and let's have a rapid and encouraging discussion around the entire show. Please do not drag the current winner. She is outstanding, she is phenomenal, and she came to the competition to honestly win. And however she did, it's not her fault, but it's the organization that needs to get itself together. So I look forward to having you guys be part of my community and just getting to know some of you guys and your opinions, especially coming from your own countries. I think it would be really amazing if we, you guys become a part of my friendship circle and my family. So please do subscribe, do like, and do share this video. And yeah, let's talk. Bye.